And you can't even live up to that. You can't even do that. That's crazy. But Bowblax is one of those guys that sees them everywhere. You know, he sees them everywhere. Not only does he see them everywhere, he's desperate to not be seen as one. He did change the story. He did lie. This is just, he did lie.
That's an issue and it has been an issue, but...
That's awesome. The first thing I would do, stop smoking weed. You must know that he's going to spaz out. You just must know that he's going to spaz out. Alright guys, we have a Bowblax leaked call, okay, between Lerix and Bowblax. Leaked in private. I'm linking it again, by the way. I need someone to make sure they download this. We've got a leaked Lerix and Bowblax call, okay? Bowblax was very upset. As you may remember, it was on his private on his Twitter. I screenshotted it and shared it around. He was complaining that Lerix saw his Boo Boss argument, that's the one about the copyright claims on the BLM song, as manipulation retroactively. He wasn't a fan of that, and he was seethe posting about it on his private Twitter account with only 4K followers, so he thought no one would see it. People did see it, and I guess Lerix and Bowblax had an off-stream call about it, which Bowblax has now leaked, as he's also he's booked a Lerix bully stream too. So it's all out war, okay? It's all out war. Lerix and Bowblax are going for each other's throats. Let's freaking go. Let's go.
Yo, what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing much, I guess, besides this, and then I'm just like
so
working
moody.
on some videos. So what did you want to talk about?
Sounds good. Oh, well, here, let me look back what you sent me. Yeah, so it was like thanks to those were my honest thoughts watching it back. I know it's probably a little harsh, but it's the same I cover. Anyone wants to know hard feelings, genuinely hope you take care of yourself, man. I just didn't like how you retroactively saw my previous combos with you as manipulative on my part. So the main thing that I guess I noticed in the stream that I guess what I pointed out that I guess you disagree with was that I felt like there was kind of this deja vu pattern I was going through of the Destiny stuff to King Nothing stuff to even like the old like copyright strike thing, and all it kind of was just hitting me like, oh man, dude, it's a hard time buying like a lot of these stories given like all of these situations.
Wait, is any of them like untrue? Have I provenly lied in any of these scenarios?
Well, he contradicts himself, right? He contradicts himself, and then he just starts crying to get out of the conversation. Like, that is manipulative.
Provably no.
Intention.
What I was saying, it was I guess it was a hard buy, because I remember there was this like thing that Nick said in that old conversation that really resonated, that made me think, because he said something on the lines of
something about making excuses.
Yeah, it was that, and also there's this thing of fuck, I'm trying to remember. It was like
Time to play the game.
Fuck, man, what it was? Oh, it was like with the BLM song or whatever. Apparently, you were saying like Nick was saying like, yeah, I just don't believe you. I don't believe that you like did this on accident or whatever, because you were complaining about it in a call to us that it was getting views for like weeks beforehand, and that you didn't do this out of just like an accident or misclick type of meme. And it made me think to a little bit of like the Destiny thing, and thought that like you already don't like Destiny doesn't like you. It kind of makes sense if you're just trying to get a pot shot in and just a lick in. Similar thing to the King Nothing thing. It's a hard buy that you're just trying to say like, lol, Smaggle, you fucked up the own, instead of it just being another kind of sweeping attempt for King of Nothing. So I was putting like those like connections together. That's what like basically was hitting me with the deja vu stuff.
The reason those connections don't work, and this isn't an excuse, you can like have your own opinion. I'm not trying to like manipulate. I'm just trying to explain. So the disconnect Nick had in that conversation is the same disconnect you had when watching the stream, which I clarified in the post on my Twitter. Have you read it?
Yeah, but quote again, if like the part you mean.
So you and Nick were upset that I was saying it was a mistake and a lapse in judgment, which can't simultaneously exist. But the reason it simultaneously exists is because it was a lapse in judgment to strike at all, but I never meant to strike a transformative thing even during.
Okay, but it's not the transformative. Something, I mean, that's an affirmative defense that you make in court. There's something you have to prove later on down the line. You actually don't know whether a court would find that to be transformative. As I said earlier, the Aquila obviously versus Sargon of Akkad case. All Sargon did was take clips of hers and put different titles on them. He still won the case. He still won. So it is really not that. So that's the point. Is that no one copyright strikes when they're fucking like doing commentary type stuff, because it can totally ruin it for everyone. If people start using that as a tactic against each other, that can ruin it for everyone. And archiving stuff is important, but for this type of content to continue. Apparently deleted it now. What? The cool.
During that lapse in judgment. So it's
We've
like
got it.
The transformative thing was a mistake, strike, but like striking in general was a lapse of judgment. And that nuance I was trying to explain to Nick, but it was under the circumstances, it was just not working. That was like an 8-hour stream. It was like 3 a.m. I mean, there's like a lot of prelude going up to that conversation, like with Nick being like, I have a nuke on you or whatever. And it caught me off guard because it was a month after the situation happened. So I wasn't like not trying to take responsibility. I was just like caught off guard. And then like he had that same confusion that you did. And I only explained it on my stream, which I was trying to send him the clip, but he wouldn't watch it. And it's just like, well,
I hear you, and I know this is like a 4-year-old thing at this point,
sure.
But I mean, I just got like a completely different story in that, like watching that conversation over, because I don't know, I felt like I was hearing all these phrases of like, what else do you want me to do? I've already said I'm sorry, and it didn't come across at all like you ever took accountability for that.
That's true. Lerix spitting.
Not in that call, definitely before that. I mean, I don't know, like, I didn't make a main channel video about it, but why would I when it's like I struck someone?
Well, what did you say beforehand? Because obviously, I guess Nick at the time didn't feel that you did.
Didn't Pokimane make a video about her situation? What, you can't even do as good as Pokimane?
Take accountability for it.
I talked about it on After Hours.
Yeah, you can't even take the accountability that Pokimane took. You went after this bitch so hard for so long because you had a little crush on her, and you just hate seeing. You just have to try and get her attention somehow. It's the only tactic Bobby knows is making harassing videos about a woman to get her attention. And she makes a main channel video addressing the controversy. And you can't even live up to that. You can't even do that. That's crazy. Twitch e-whores. As you would call them, not me, because I love women. Twitch e-whores take more accountability than you.
We've talked about on After Hours. And,
well, there was the clips that Comic Cop brought up of like the After Hours clips, and you were like saying to Augie and how you didn't want it to be brought up.
Oh no, After Hours after that. After Hours.
Wait, after the call?
After the After Hours Comic Cop showed, but before the call. Comic Cop didn't show everything. He also and I also explain it kind of in depth in the Sonic stream, although he didn't like clip the whole thing. Also for context with that, and you can believe me or not, I mean you can check the VOD, it's like public or whatever. But with that Sonic stream, with me comparing the Pokimane thing, I was specifically, he cut out this middle part, but I was specifically comparing how about how me and Pokimane handled our approach to reaching out to the people we struck. I reverted in 15 minutes. Pokimane took like forever and like make excuses, etc., etc. So it's like that's what I was talking about in particular. Obviously, the scenario between me and Pokimane, I mean, it's a strike, a copyright strike, it's the same thing, right? But I was just talking about like the way we were handling it was different. So like I was taking more responsibility than Pokimane, and that's what I was talking about in that. clip.
Okay.
Well,
I guess if there's clips of you taking accountability beforehand, I guess I would. I would have to see those if Kamikopter shows.
Yeah, I mean, and you can feel free.
Felt the need.
Yeah.
Not like that thing that you could very much be right, but right now on the face of it, I have a hard time believing it because
to be honest,
if you didn't really take accountability, why would Nick still not be satisfied? Like that doesn't make sense.
Because Nick wasn't paying. Nick doesn't pay attention to like my content on my streams, and he caught wind of it like third hand, like weeks later after the fact. That's why he brought it up months later, because he didn't even know about it when it happened, really. I think, I don't know, it was 4 years ago, honestly, so I'm like, I mean, you can check the VODs or whatever. I'm fine with you, like, covering it and having your opinion, and because it was a live stream, I'm not mad, but if that was, like, a full edited, like, video, that would have been bad, because you need, like, the comment cop video, it's fine, but it's, like, you gotta also look into, like...
Wait, what did he say about Nick?
Third hand, like weeks later after. Well, I guess if there's clips of you taking accountability beforehand, I guess I would. I would have to see those if Kamikopter shows.
Yeah, I mean, and you can feel free.
Felt the need.
Yeah.
Not like that thing that you could very much be right, but. Right now, on the face of it, I have a hard time believing it because
to be honest,
if you didn't really take accountability, why would Nick still not be satisfied? Like that doesn't make sense.
Because Nick wasn't paying. Nick doesn't pay attention to like my content on my streams, and he caught wind of it like third hand, like weeks later after the fact. That's why he brought it up months later, because he didn't even know about it when it happened. Really, I think, I don't know. It was 4 years ago, honestly. So I'm like. I mean, you can check the VODs or whatever. I'm fine with you, like, covering it and having your opinion, and because it was a live stream, I'm not mad, but if that was, like, a full edited, like, video, that would have been bad, because you need, like, the comment cop video, it's fine, but it's, like, you gotta...
Wait, what is he about to say here?
Live stream VODs or whatever. I'm fine with you, like, covering it and having your opinion, and because it was a live stream, I'm not mad, but if that was, like, a full edited, like, video, that would have been bad, because you need, like...
If that was like a full edited video, that would have been bad because you need. He's actually you need to. Bobby, there's a little bit of aggression bubbling underneath the surface there. I'm feeling from Sonic Josh. Josh getting a little bit aggressive. So you need to make sure you do your research.
The comment cop video, it's fine, but it's like you gotta also look into like. The VODs in the context before I feel you call someone manipulative. I feel like that's like labeling someone as like a manipulative person is kind of needs more.
You could say it's a semantic, but like what I was watching, I was saying like
no, I think the Boo Boss argument is plenty to say you were being manipulative there. Yeah. That's very easy.
These are manipulative things that like Bowblax is doing right now.
Yeah, perhaps I'm being just sensitive on that point, but
yeah,
like
probably.
I mean, making like a broad like statement about someone's character that they're manipulative is different than saying they're like engaging and doing a manipulative.
Well, you said it's a pattern of behavior, which implies that like I'm consistently I was manipulative back then, and I'm still manipulative now.
I do think it's possible with like the excuses and like explanations thing, or like what is your genuine intentions or reasons for why you do the King of Nothing thing or the Destiny thing, or like the copyright strike thing.
Well, I try to explain it, but then you say it's excuses. So it's like I just don't. I don't know.
And it was like
it's my point of view. I mean,
and with like the old stuff with like the line about like the high thing or whatever, or that you weren't bringing up that as.
Guys, I gotta get. You know what I need? I need one of those nice ergonomic chairs that's like got a lower back to it, so I've actually got somewhere to like, you know, fucking like, you know, not like a tall back chair. I think that's what I need. Sorry.
An excuse, but apparently you were on Twitter. Was that out of context, or was that just?
No. Okay. If we look at the tweet, it's like, okay, let me go to the exact tweet, because like, okay, I need to go to your stream because you brought it up.
Get a yoga ball like the juice because you can bounce on it, doing tricks on that thing.
It was like on the lines of like it was a lapse in judgment because I was high, lol.
Not comfortable.
Something like that.
It's fine. We're managing.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the exact. I'm not denying it. I'm just trying to get the exact wording so I'm clear. Because again, it's 4 years ago. Oh, fuck.
You're good.
Okay, here we go. So
why are you saying so weird? It's calling a fucking contour. Shut the fuck
about
up.
the strike video,
dude.
Which at this
shut
point,
the fuck up.
Since I reverted it in 15 minutes, YouTube hadn't reverted it, but I did at this point. So Tommy C says, "Hey, Bowblax, remove this man's strike. Makes us all look like hypocrites." So I reply, "I did 2 days ago, but YouTube supports being slow." And then I link the reinstate the video striked by mistake link or whatever. Was fucking around with copyright tab while high and took them down by mistake. My bad. Now you can say the tone of this is too jovial or too like.
No, that's a fucking lie. Was fucking around with the copyright tab while high and took them down by mistake. He didn't do that. That didn't happen. That's not what happened. He did it intentionally.
Whatever. But you're saying I'm not taking accountability? I literally say my bad in the tweet. And like my mistake. I did mention hi, but I didn't feel like I was using it as an excuse. I said my bad.
Well, it's this like and the combination of then like the Sonic stream and then the Nick stream. It just doesn't paint that narrative. Like I hear what you're saying, man, but I guess when I'm watching it, I feel like I'm reading two different stories and interpretations here. Where like you're also saying in the chat, if anybody brings this up again, I'm like banning them.
Because people are bringing up for multiple hours.
Why Bobby himself uploaded this just makes him look retarded. Ha 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 ha. I mean, so far, maybe there's some crazy bombshell in this, okay? What did Toastify say about it again? Toastify was like, yeah, I'm not surprised you want to stream this. This is crazy.
I was on that stream, and I just want to play Sonic. I wasn't talking about trying to talk about drama on that stream.
Yeah, but do you see how there's like two different interpretations how someone could like interpret it a certain way? Yeah,
exactly. I don't blame you for interpreting it the way in Comments Cop. I'm just trying to clarify for you. And you can look at the VODs and stuff yourself if you really want to dig into this and don't believe.
Dude, I just took a fat bong here and flagged the stream. Tee-hee.
Believe me, you know. But, so the Destiny thing. Dude, you keep saying like for the Destiny thing. Moving on from the fucking. Is there anything more you want to talk about with Boo Boss or? I mean, we can circle back to this combo if you want.
If there is, it could circle back. What's up with the Destiny stuff?
I'm pretty sure I told you that it was because I just didn't like Mr. Girl or Destiny platforming him, and I didn't see my tweet as like a huge false pedo allegation. Although I do agree with your interpretation of it, and I did take that down. So on stream, you were saying I didn't take responsibility for it. I feel like I did, but.
I don't know if I said that exactly. I think I was saying that like more goes to show I have a hard time like buying some of these things that you weren't also trying to get a pot shot in at Destiny. Because
wait, I didn't. I was trying to get a pot shot at Destiny.
Yeah, on the tweet calling him a pedophile.
Well, I wasn't trying. That's not what I intended. But yeah, of course.
But the tweet was like Destiny saying that he was going to fuck a 10-year-old, clearly out of context, and you're like, really makes you think about why he loved Mr. Girl.
It was a bad joke, but
yeah, but you were trying to get a pot shot at Destiny, like that was.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's literally that's what I said. Am I not? Okay. Like, yeah, that is what that was. As for the King of Nothing tweet, I mean, that literally.
Wait, real quick explanation on that. Wait, sorry, just what was like the final explanation? That it was just like a joke. So it was just. Like
it was meant to be a joke, but I admit that I didn't word it right, and I probably shouldn't have even attempted the joke in the first place. The joke is that, like, I'm secretly implying he's a pedo, even though he's not. I guess.
Yeah,
which is a bad joke. So.
And I don't want to like get this.
I do that joke a lot, but I'm not turbo autistic, so I can actually convey humor in my language. Bowblax, on the other hand, Bowblax is not only turbo autistic, but also is delusionally, like, you know, it has like that deranged hatred of pedophiles, you know. Obviously, you know, it's acceptable, reasonable, normal to have like a disgust towards the crimes of pedophiles and stuff like that. But Bowblax's one of those guys that sees them everywhere, you know, he sees them everywhere. Not only does he see them everywhere, he's desperate to not be seen as one. So much so that he will say insane stuff like, I'm not attracted to 18-year-olds anymore as a 23-year-old or whatever it was. I'm not attracted to 18-year-olds anymore. Shut up, retard. Shut up, you fucking retard. So he is completely incapable of doing, like, ironic pedo accusations. That's just not something Bowblax can do, because he does call everyone a pedophile. He actually does have, like, a deranged view of like if he saw, like, there was probably a time in Bowblax's career where he would have said the relationship between a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old was grooming. There's probably a time in his career where he would have said that, if he wouldn't say it now. So when you're that sort of person, you can't really do, like, ironic pedophile accusations. You can't really do that. Why in the world would Josh have an irrational fear of pedophiles?
To be like an aggressive call at all. Like, that's nowhere near my intentions. But like in that previous call, I'm now kind of remembering.
Emery super chatted $1.99. Been waiting on that Josh pack for so long. Lego.
We smoking good. That Josh pack hit Diffie. That's why we smoke it daily.
At the time, and I don't think that's ever an explanation or reasoning behind anything, or like a justified explanation. I assume you're dealing with.
I mean, I mean, that's why I did. I said I made a mistake and I apologized, and I said my reasoning behind it. That's not an excuse. It's just an explanation.
It's just as trauma, yeah.
But I mean, as for the mental stuff, I mean, that was just me talking with you. I would never
an explanation or reasoning behind anything, or like a justified explanation. I assume you're dealing with.
I mean, I mean, that's why I did. I said I made a mistake and I apologized, and I said my reasoning behind it. That's not an excuse. It's just an explanation. But I mean, as for the mental stuff, I mean, that was just me talking behind it. That's not an excuse. It's just an explanation. But I mean, as for the mental dude,
why does Lerix give him such good advice? I think you should never say that quote publicly ever.
I mean, that was just me talking with you. I would never bring that up. Well, you know,
so
I think to anyone, it would probably only benefit you if you like never say that quote again, or try to give like further explanations, because they always just come across as excuses to everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I over-explain things. I've always done that.
Well, here's the thing. It's not like over-explaining. It's like, it looks like you're trying to avoid accountability. And that's why everybody, like, is, I guess, getting annoyed with that.
Yeah, but I really just don't understand the avoiding accountability when I'm literally just being upfront with everything.
You don't understand it? Dude, no. This is like what...
You know, guys, I actually haven't done a shill in a minute, so we're going to do that quickly, okay? I'm just going to have to do that quickly. Okay, before I forget. Guys, there's 306 of you here right now, okay? There's only 136 likes on the stream. That's pretty crazy. I think that's pretty crazy. That means there's about 170 people who could be liking the stream but haven't. So if you want to support this completely free content that you're enjoying at no cost right now, press the like button, okay? You can do that by moving your cursor and clicking a thumbs up, or by pressing the like button on your mobile device. Now, if you want to take your support further, stop freeloading entirely, you can press the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message to donate directly. You can also buy memberships, gift a whole bunch of memberships at once, randomly throughout the chat. You can buy super stickers like Isu has just done, with a Shiba Inu dog clapping and saying bravo for $5 Canadian, which will highlight a YouTube image or GIF in chat, and I'm going to describe it to you. You can also buy super chats, which will highlight a message and read it on TTS. You You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Okay, thank you. Now let's run this back and just enjoy this.
It's like, it looks like you're trying to avoid accountability. And that's why everybody, like, is, I guess, getting annoyed with that.
Yeah, but I really just don't understand the avoiding accountability when I'm literally just being upfront with everything.
You don't understand it? Dude,
No.
This is like what everyone is coming to the same conclusion to.
But you're saying I'm lying, and I'm saying I'm not, so how can I take accountability for something that isn't true? I'm taking accountability.
Big Dong Daddy Dom super chatted $2.
Thank you.
Great stream so far.
Thank you, Big Dom Daddy Dom, for $2. And thank you, Victoria, for the £5 hippo character with the hype sign above his head, waving his arms around. Thank you. Thank you so much. What was this? Apparently, Lerix has just disavowed Josh. Oh.
Sorry. Wait, I was making.
What do you want to take? What am I not taking accountability for?
Well, with
or haven't
quick,
even publicly. Yeah.
So what I said is that it comes across as you not taking accountability when you bring up things like explanations that come across as excuses. Where I brought up like some example on stream of like, just saying like outright, what was it? It was it was something. But all you should say is just, hey, I fucked up in the situation. This was wrong, and there's no excuse, and there's no like reasonable excuse to explain why I did this. I fucked up, my bad, or whatever. And don't ever bring up like it was the Destiny thing, because I remember you made a tweet afterwards, the Destiny thing, and said, yeah, I'm in a bad place right now, or I'm going through something, and that just looks like a fucking excuse to try to avoid accountability. That's how it comes across to a lot of.
Let me speak.
Thank you, Bowblax, for the $4.20.
People.
Yeah, I guess I was just being too open. I honestly don't even remember too much from July and August, but that's
being too open.
Whatever.
Is that a catchphrase?
I'm just talking rant. I'm like not trying to make an official statement.
No, and I don't think I don't know. If I had to bet, I don't think it's a malicious thing, but I think it's like
I think you're a
I don't know. It must be
retard.
such a subconscious thing. It's like in your normal speech patterns, where I don't know if it's malicious, but fuck, man, it makes you look so bad.
Could you? I don't understand what makes me look bad. Can you?
So the overall point of when you fuck up something, people want to hear a wholehearted apology of like, hey, I fucked up. There's no excuse. There's nothing to excuse this behavior. I will do better, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But then you.
Also, reminder, this is Bowblax getting like Lil Broed in a private call by a guy who's been doing YouTube for like 4 years or something, right? Compared to Bowblax is like 10, and Lerix is like 20, and Bowblax is like 27. And he's getting like a little broed in a private call.
Had it with, I was in a bad place at the time, I was high, I was doing this or that, and that's what makes everybody be like, fuck you, just roll their eyes at it. Like,
I guess. Okay, that kind of makes sense, but this is another excuse, whatever. But I've always been like, that's just my person. I'm like really thorough with everything. That's why I do Twitter. Twitter versus is the like most thorough.
No, you're not. What a fucking liar! You're not thorough.
Another excuse, whatever. But I've always been like, that's just my person. I'm like really thorough with everything. That's why I do Twitter versus
Stop the cap,
like
dude.
most
Stop
thorough dissection of certain dramas ever, down to like every single tweet. Like I just want to make sure there's everything's clear and there's no ambiguity. And I always have trouble with like communication, like people are misunderstanding me. So I'm like, okay, let me just say it.
I could understand why you want to do that, and I can understand why you want to do that, but I think the main thing that is like the consistent like meme and pattern between this is that you have difficulty understanding how certain things you say come across to other people and their interpretations. And although you might think it's like in your best interest,
Autistic 2D chess, but all the pieces are replaced with Sonic characters, and Bowblax is just running each side of the board thinking Lerix is actually playing.
Interest, and although like maybe that's your type of communication pattern that you would want to see from other people is to get a full explanation, that's not what a lot of people want to see. They just want to see a blanket statement, I'm sorry, and no added fluff. And I think that's like the best takeaway I guess you could have from this recent stuff.
I understand that, but yeah, that's something I struggle with, is like knowing how exactly to word things and say things. I like delete tweets all the time, make bad tweets all the time. This is like not news. I don't like, yeah, it's a flaw of mine, but like I don't know how this makes me like more manipulative or evil or lolcowy than I ever have.
I agree, Josh. You're not much more lolcowy than you ever have been. You just aren't getting protected anymore.
Like I've made a bunch of
you don't understand,
and I don't like repeating mistakes, but I genuinely just don't understand the point of views. So I'm like, it's like I'm trying to fucking speak Spanish and I don't know Spanish. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm doing my best and being as clear as possible, but that's I guess not what people need. I don't know.
It's just like it sounds like you just have like you have like a different communication style than like I guess like what most people have, or at least in this scene. So like I understand why you want fully people to understand your intentions or whatever, why you're doing a certain thing, but I'm just trying to like tell you and why you're having like a lot of these problems right now. It's because people don't want to hear.
Okay, people don't want to hear it, but then people don't want to hear it, but then there's people like you and other people in the chat, and I don't mean to like roast you too hard, but it's like, and it makes sense based on the Comic Cop video, but you completely like misunderstood and misrepresented that whole 2020 drama and didn't understand clearly because, you know, there wasn't the clarification of like how the copyright tab works. I know not everyone has that and all that, or I've dealt with that. So it's like that explanation was for you.
How is he missing anything?
Like that Mayo Monkey tweet is for you because those are like, it felt like you needed that explanation after I listened to your stream. Like you say people don't need an explanation, but clearly you did need some clarification on.
Your explanation makes no sense. Your explanation is retarded. The thing I was critiquing is that you're wait, what did you feel like I needed further explanation on, or that I didn't have?
That I was saying it was a mistake, but also a lapse in judgment, and both can't be simultaneous. And I'm changing the story, and I'm being manipulative.
So that's not my fault.
It was. He did change the story. He did lie. This is just bullshit. He did lie. He was asked. Tommy asked him about the copyright strike, and he said, "Yeah, I was just messing around with the copyright tab or high and did it on accident." But that's not true. Someone told him, "Oh, you should strike those videos." And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna do it." So that's just not true.
That is.
It's not your fault for thinking that based on the Comment Cop video. But that is also why I need these explanations, because
based on the stream. No, based on the stream you had with Nick. That's why Nick at the time also had the same problem with communication. It was because of what you were saying. You know?
Oh yeah, I know that. Me and Nick. So this was 4 years ago. Me and Nick have already. Yeah, I'm aware. I thought we were talking about your stream.
We are.
But don't you see?
What just happened?
You know?
Oh yeah, I know that. Me and Nick. So this is for you. And I'm being manipulative.
So that's not my fault for that is.
It's not your fault for thinking that based on the Comment Cop video. But that is also why I need these explanations, because
based on the stream. Based on the stream you had with Nick. That's why Nick at the time also had the same problem with communication. It was because of what you were saying. You know?
Oh yeah, I know that. Me and Nick. So this was 4 years ago. Me and Nick have already. Yeah, I'm aware. I thought we were talking about your stream.
We are.
But don't you see how like you would have needed that explanation to understand
I think we're talking about two different things when you talk about explanation here, because like what I'm saying is that when you add on extra explanation, like, oh, I was high or I was doing whatever, or you know, that I'm in a bad place right now.
Okay.
That's the things that make it even more worse, because then like the more you're bringing up is the more people have to pick apart at you, like, bullshit, dude. I'm not gonna buy the Deji line. I was in a dark place. I'm not gonna buy the whole, you know, I was high thing. Like, why the fuck you mentioned that? That's the extra explanation.
Okay, I'm strong. Okay, so let me explain, and then tell me if I'm understanding correctly, right? Because I do think I'm understanding now. So you're saying, like, so for example, that Mayo Monkey tweet that I made, that conceptually has no issue, but the Tommy C one, it's like me mentioning the little things, like, oh, I was high, I was in a dark place, like the little like additions is what you're saying is too much.
The things that come across as excuses, yes. But when there is genuinely a miscommunication and you want to clarify miscommunication, you're completely in your rights to do that. Like, for example, if you like misspoke or you like use the wrong word with the mistake, with the mistake or the fucking lapse in judgment. Yeah, that's something that you can clarify on if you feel like you misspoke.
It's just manipulation. Like, that's all he does.
Okay, I'm strong. Okay.
When you talk about explanation here, because like what I'm saying is that when you add on extra explanation, like, oh, I was.
Josh is now live. Oh my god, the content is just raining. Oh my god, this whole Bowblax thing is bearing such fruit. This is amazing. That's epic. I love to hear it. That's so cool. I love seeing Josh spugging out. I've been waiting for this. I've been pushing this. Call me fast. Hey Nick, how's it going?
All right. So I didn't expect to talk to you this soon. But yesterday we learned that there was a leaked call and we were gonna wait because I've heard some of it and it doesn't paint Josh particularly well. So we were all kind of going like, all right, let's see what happens. If he doesn't do what he says he's going to do and doesn't leak it, then like he's made a good decision and we'll see where do we go from there. And he did not make 24 hours.
Dude, that's so based. It's so
and he
funny.
told everyone last night that he wasn't going to leak it.
He's trying to act so unbothered, and he's just so clearly spiraling, like, constantly. Like, I've had no idea. None of you guys are leaking anything to me. No one's telling me anything behind the scenes. I'm just sitting there firing off pot shots at this guy. He's not even really spiraling in that Toastify tweet. Like, there's nothing really there where he's, like, super spazzing out. It's kind of dumb to say 4K follower private account, but that's about it. But I was just like, I'm just going to post this and just have a vague tweet jabbing at him. It's just all bearing fruit. It's just like, it's just
we were all wondering,
snowball keeps going.
But we thought our social experiment was going to get fucked today because we thought that, well, because we found out Lerix found out about it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, he's just going to go live, so we're not going to see if Bowblax does something really stupid. And then they talk Lerix, just wait a week, see what happens. And again, it was like 6 hours.
That's awesome.
It just...
So wait, this is the lead call, the Lerix call.
This is the Lerix call with Bowblax, yeah.
Yeah, is there, or is there any other leaked calls that are coming?
This is the leaked call I heard last night, yeah.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, I just wanted to give some context that...
Awesome.
This is why we're Yamasakiing off here, and we're letting Bowblax be a warrior, okay?
That's epic, okay.
Let's give him a chance to be a warrior, okay? Let's see what he does. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, catch you later.
I was high or I was doing whatever, or, you know, that I'm in a
so you're
right now.
Okay.
That's the things that make it even more worse, because then like the more you're bringing up is the more people have to pick apart at you, like, bullshit, dude. I'm not gonna buy the Deji line. I was in a dark place. I'm not gonna buy the whole, you know, I was high thing. Like, why the fuck you mentioned that? That's the extra explanation.
Nick is like, this is like Piccolo and Gohan, okay? This is Piccolo and Gohan. Bowblax is out in the wilderness, okay? If he survives 3 months, he can come back.
Okay, I'm strong. Okay, so let me explain, and then tell me if I'm understanding correctly, right? Because I do think
Gohan had that dog in him. True. It's like Gohan, if Gohan had to wear a helmet.
Understanding now. So you're saying, like, so for example, that Mayo Monkey tweet that I made, that conceptually has no issue, but the Tommy C one, it's like me mentioning the little things like, oh, I was high, I was in a dark place, like the little like additions is what you're saying is too much.
The things that come across as excuses, yes. But when there is genuinely a miscommunication and you want to clarify a miscommunication, you're completely in your rights to do that. Like, for example, if you like misspoke or you like use the wrong word with the mistake, with the mistake or the fucking lapse in judgment.
Yeah.
I was collecting rocks with my daughter. No.
That's something that you can clarify on if you feel like you misspoke or didn't fully communicate yourself on. But with the excuses, that's the main.
Oh, so you're saying I'm adding on too much fluff and extra detail to the situations that people don't want to know or care?
Yes, and they come across. Yes, and they come across as excuses.
See, I would define that as like unnecessary detail, not excuses. But
okay.
I mean, I guess it's just I understand you now. I just when you say excuses and explanation, I just had like kind of a slightly different definition of what that was in my head, which is why I was confused.
Well, I know you do because that's what you've been saying this whole time. It's not an excuse.
Yeah, like what I genuinely am baffled. Like, did he think this call made him look good? There must be something. There must be like an attempt at a setup in here somewhere, right? There's gotta be. He's got to try and get Lerix on something. Because if it's just another 30 minutes of this,
it's an explanation. So I get why you would think that way. But whether or not, I guess you agree or not, I feel like I can 100% like confirm to you that is where your problems are coming from. Is this whole they're not excuses, they're just explanations. Like, I feel like that's the core of the issue. So much shit that's happening here.
I agree that I've had too much fluff on that. But I mean, since then, well, now you're saying there's a pattern because of the
There's an awful fight, dude.
Anything in the King of
I don't buy the King of Nothing thing either, to be honest.
I mean, we can get into that.
It's fine,
but I guess we established
Destiny. So the Destiny thing is a pattern with the 2020 thing because I did something impulsively.
I just with the Destiny thing, I guess I just didn't buy your explanations. Like, I feel like that's the core of the issue. With so much shit that's happening here.
I agree that I've had too much fluff on that. But I mean, since then, well, now you're saying there's a pattern because of the Destiny thing.
Where's the train?
The King of
I don't buy the King of Nothing thing either, to be honest.
I mean, we can get into that.
I didn't hear the train. Thank you, Solo, for the tier 1
but I guess we established
the Destiny. So the Destiny thing is a pattern with the 2020 thing because I did something impulsively.
I just with the Destiny thing, I guess I just didn't buy your reasoning. But now you're saying that you wanted to get a pot shot at Destiny. But I guess
I thought I told you that, but maybe I told someone else that. I don't know.
He does always sound like
or at him and Mr. Girl. It's kind of like both combined.
So did you just not interpret how that would come across as you like still like spreading and seeming like you agree with a pedophile allegation against Destiny?
Oh, I see. I can see that. I was mad and I didn't think of the implications when I tweeted that. And I mean, okay, this isn't like a fucking official explanation or whatever, but
if the Lerix bully stream goes low, you should review the forbidden VOD. That'll be a kick stream, okay? That'll be a dono goal kick stream, okay? That's what that'll be. If the Lerix bully stream goes low, there will be a dono goal kick stream where I review Bowblax talking about that, okay?
I did have like a manic episode break in July, and you can look up like what that entails or whatever. I know Kuihman was joking about, oh yeah,
Kuihman mentioned.
I did have like a manic episode break in July, and you can look up like what that entails or whatever. I know Kuihman was joking about, oh yeah, the mental break like months ago, but it takes upwards of 6 months to fully recovered. It's like a whole thing. I don't want to have to explain like medically or whatever. But
no, please explain medically. What manic episodes? 6 month manic episodes. 6 month manic episode. What is he? What Oh, is he saying he's bipolar? Is he saying he's bipolar?
So that's like the reason I was like more like I wasn't like
interesting.
I didn't have like the safety net, like the filter of like think before you speak. You know, the term think before you speak.
So I think this example is something good to explore. Like what you just said to me, I feel like you should cut all of that.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
I don't think you should even tell me that, to be honest.
Well,
because... Why does Bowblax always sound constipated? Okay.
Lucas Synthead super chatted $1.99. Why does Bowblax always sound constipated?
Thank you for the $1.99. Dude, Lerix is actually raping in this call. It's so
think
funny.
Before you speak, you know.
I think you should just never tell me that again.
So I think this example is something good to explore. Like what you just said to me, I feel like you should cut all of that.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
I don't think you should even tell me that, to be honest.
Well,
because it doesn't like excuse anything, and it is like kind of like hitting a notch in my brain right now of like, dude, what is happening? Like that doesn't excuse you spreading like false pedophile accusations or coming across this way.
Dude, I'm not trying to.
I know you're
adding extra, and I'm like refraining from the detail too. So
I 100% get that, and I get why you want to add on the explanation, so I understand your intentions. But I'm just telling you, it will only benefit you if you cut that part out because it comes across as excuses to everybody.
If you're trying to give me advice on what to say publicly, I'm not saying anything more publicly. That was my last tweet about it.
But you're leaking this call now.
The private one.
And you're doing a Lerix bully stream tomorrow.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, because I didn't want to make that tweet. I was thinking of either calling him at that tweet, but I was like, you made a public stream. I'm only gonna post on my private so the people like the cross audience.
Yo, thank you for the gifted __. Thank you.
Sees it. Obviously there'll be some people who follow me on that don't follow you, but.
Yujiro Hanma super chatted $5. Imagine getting your video intercepted before it even properly debuts. Fucking Lercow.
Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Kuihman, you can't be 15 years old and have the rep of being this angry. I'm 25. Thank you, Willie Mac. Okay, I understand. I look like I've got Andy Milonakis disease. Okay, I get it.
Generally, I felt like that was like a good play, and I'm trying to like do other stuff with my I'm just working on Twitter versus other stuff right now. So
I don't believe
as for the King of Nothing thing, I mean, like literally, if you look at the tweet, it's just me being like pretty much like, lol, this roast isn't good enough, Smaggle, like sarcastically, because obviously it is good enough. It wasn't supposed to be defending King of Nothing. It was supposed to be.
Yo, thanks for the membership. X6217X, thank you.
Joking at Smaggle for being like bad at roasting, quote unquote, but I was just joking because we're friends. Maybe I should have just made the joke in DM group chat.
But why is it that you chip in specifically when it's King of Nothing and you're talking about like the likes on King of Nothing's video versus Nick DeOrio's? Like it's a specific thing that you chipped in for.
Tweet it. I don't know. I wasn't really like I have other things on my mind. I was just like on Twitter real quick. So
now we talked on Chud's stream. I thought 55 with a bad back. Well, that's half true.
So like discrepancy. I'm like lol, and then like I made like a little shitter tweet under it. I don't really give a fuck if King of Nothing like his channel does well or not. I mean, I just play Fortnite with him. And
okay, I mean, I don't think there's much to disagree on here because I just
you don't believe me.
Himastia super chatted $6.54. Bowblax reviewing tomorrow's train timetable.
What you mean, sitting in his living room and having his ears open, taking off his headset for an hour? That's how Bowblax checks the train timetable.
I just don't know if I believe you, but I guess what we can take that's productive from this is that, like, do you understand why someone would have a tough time believing you with that tweet?
With the King of Nothing one, I understand because I didn't add enough like sarcastic indicators to it or whatever.
But yeah, again, I don't understand why you're chipping in on the King of Nothing stuff. Why is that what you're? Or would you make it was a jab at Smaggle for being bad at owning? No, it doesn't make any sense. Because obviously he's acknowledged that obviously the views of a stream segment should not be comparable to the views of a prepared 5-month-long documentary, especially when King of Nothing's channel has a lot more subs than either of DeOrio's channels. So it's just like, obviously, he's recognized that, but he still chose to harp on this likes thing in defense of King of Nothing. And he's trying to say it's just pointing out that Smaggle's bad at roasting. But that doesn't make any sense because he acknowledged the fact that the roast does work.
$2. Smaggle is going to have a field day with this.
It's totally contradictory. Because he's acknowledged it does work, but he's saying he was jabbing at Smaggle because it doesn't. I
understand because I didn't add enough, like, sarcastic indicators to it or whatever, but for people to not believe my explanation, like, as if it's impossible or something, and I have to have this, like...
It is impossible when you contradict yourself. If something's, like, internally contradictory, if your story doesn't make sense with other parts of the story, it can't be true, right?
Fucking terminally online, like Nick versus fucking King of Nothing thing or whatever. It's like, I don't know. Like, I just think, like, you don't think it's possible that I just was trying to, like, shit talk with Smaggle. Like,
it's possible, but I guess I don't fully,
Well, okay, why? Let's delve into this a little bit. Like, why? Why don't you believe? Because of the pattern of behavior, or do you think, like, I really cared deeply about King of Nothing's success on YouTube?
Pattern in previous context with going on Twitter and seemingly, like, sweeping for King of Nothing and playing his, like, defense.
Okay, here's the difference, though. I'm talking...
He has been trying to defend King of Nothing from the start. He was, even when the video first came out, he was on, like, Lerix's stream, kind of like playing a little bit of defense, being like, oh, I don't think the video was that bad. Oh, it was just one segment that wasn't great, and all this sort of stuff.
Talking about views and likes, like banter, like lol troll with Smaggle. Before I was trying to explain, again, I saw someone stream on it and they didn't understand, and I tried to like explain his point of view lightly, even though I said in the tweet thread I disagreed with it, and I was like, oh fuck, wait, he hasn't said anything publicly. I probably shouldn't have said that. But that's trying to make a legitimate point versus shit talk banter about likes and views. You think I'm trying to make a legitimate point, like, oh wow, King of Nothing's better because he has double the likes, like legitimate, like what? That's retarded.
What? No, you were just trying to take the wind out of the sails of the comment. You were trying to just play a bit of defense. It wasn't like a serious point. It's not like likes and views are obviously not a substantive point. That's not like this isn't like a big criticism. It's just like, it is just taking the piss. But he did insert himself into the situation, tried to take the wind out of the sails of a statement being made by someone else by saying something completely retarded that didn't make sense. So yeah, it seems like you're just kind of coping. Then when we get to the next point, when he's confronted on it, he turns around and says, oh, well, I was just trying to point out that the own didn't work. He acknowledges the own does work. It's just that it makes no fucking sense any single way. You don't even need a pattern of behavior here. You don't need a pattern of behavior. The story just doesn't make sense in and of itself. It just makes no sense.
That's not a real point. That's views and likes.
Yeah, it's possible. I guess just the most important thing is just that, like, there should be, like, this tick in your brain that, like, thinks, like, you know, if I write out a tweet and I reread it to myself, like, oh, fuck, wait, I can see how this can be interpreted a certain way to someone else. So I'm just going to scrap the whole tweet entirely. Like, you know, sometimes I'll have
I still don't know why he went so hard for King of Nothing. Because they're both like these sniveling, manipulative freaks, right? King of Nothing did the exact same behavior. He was like, in people's DMs saying, oh, my dad just died. My dad just died. I just got a new puppy and my sister's been you know, all sorts of shit. I'm going to beat the shit out of you at VidCon. All this sort of shit. It's just the same behavior Bowblax is engaging in, the exact same. Works on him, he likes using it against other people.
A moment like that, whereas even though I know what the fuck I'm talking about, I understand how, especially in text formats, it's not going to get communicated that way. So yeah. I guess, like,
and I do have that
need to have that filter because especially of the, like, how often I feel like this happens. there isn't really much reason to give shareability with how often it is.
We're not doing that.
In terms of me, like, not thinking before I speak, yeah. But in terms of, like, me actually being malicious and, like, trying to, like, not be jokey, because you're saying, like, I'm not taking into account how other people see these tweets, and I would 100% agree with you, and I 100% think that's an issue and it has been an
100%.
issue. But...
Huh? 100%?
Actually being malicious and, like, trying to, like, not be jokey, because you're saying, like, I'm not taking into account how other people see these tweets, and I would 100% agree with you, and I 100% think that's an issue and it has been an issue. But
that's awesome. That's awesome.
In terms of, like, me thinking I'm, like, actually mad or that my intention is different with the tweet, it's just, I don't know, because my intention isn't that, so I just don't, I guess I'd have to think about how you guys see that outside of, like, me just not saying lol or whatever. In terms of, like...
Dude, what is this obsession? He thinks if he just put a lol on it, it would have all been different. No, retard.
Dude. If you were to have, like, Discord bot trackers on my tweets, like, 50% of my tweets or, like, 60% of them would be deleted. I always tweet and then think about it, like, a minute later and then, like, delete it. I'm, like, I have really bad impulsivity issues. Dude. And obviously, they've been exacerbated in the last few months. But generally, over the course of the last 4 years, I do think it has been getting better. I mean, we're comparing 3 scenarios, but one is from 2020, and then the next one, the Destiny one, is from 2024. That's a 4-year gap of no pattern of behavior, and then this pattern of behavior randomly comes up back again in July and September.
There was also, August. Like, I don't know, I feel like there's just weird times where I guess you just don't get, like, what was that non-binary tweet, and, like, I guess just Tom was just, like, poking fun, like, glad you chimed in, and then you, like, took it ultra serious.
Yeah, I did.
I guess just, like, what happened there.
Yeah, that was also in July. I mean, again, it's like, dude, like, I fucking hate. Dude, I'm so fucking annoyed with I am so fucking annoyed with my mental health. You have no idea. Like, this is not, like, I don't want... I don't want...
But he was so mentally resilient the other day and so ambitious with his mental health. What?
Dude, like, I fucking...
You know, if I was in a position where I'm, like, some autistic freak YouTuber who lives alone next to a train station, smoking weed all day.
Lucas Sintet super chatted $1.99. Bowblax tweet be like, wheelchair symbol, wheelchair symbol.
Thank you, Lucas. If I'm some gay autistic YouTuber who lives alone, you know, made way too much money when he was a teenager, doesn't know how to use it, owns a Tesla, smokes weed all day, lives next to a train station, can't record any videos. You know what the first thing I would do is, when I'm having trouble with my mental, if it was truly affecting me so much that I'm jeopardizing my career, fuck you with the if. Jeopardizing my career, spurging out publicly, making insane, impulsive decisions, making the wrong step every turn, just completely... The first thing I would do, stop smoking weed. But he hasn't. For years. He just keeps smoking. He knows it's having a terrible impact on him. He sits indoors, doing nothing, staring at his computer, smoking weed. Okay? Some people manage that. Some people manage that. I know people that have managed that for years. Okay? They don't do anything with their lives. They don't go anywhere. But I know people who manage that, and they don't, like, you know, or anything, you know? They don't shout at people. They don't freak the fuck out. They're not like that. However, if you're one of those people who does, it's like the first thing, probably even the first thing for those other people, the first thing that you do if you're, like, spazzing the fuck out, feeling upset over small things, making impulsive decisions, worrying about what people are saying about you. Cut it out. Cut out the weed. Surely, right? You would imagine. You would imagine it's like the first thing. But no, he won't. Is he even in therapy? Is he taking medication? Like, what is this guy doing?
X6217 X super chatted $4.99. The first thing you do is live up to the name and give a black man some of that Bowblax.
Thank you.
Fucking hate. Dude, I'm so fucking annoyed with my I am so fucking annoyed with my mental health. You have no idea. Like, this is not, like, I don't want... Fuck, dude. Okay, it's like...
Dude.
Okay, I shouldn't even be saying any of this. Whatever. It's like... But...
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
I guess it's like what happened there.
Yeah, that was also in July. I mean, again, it's like... Dude, like, I fucking hate... Dude, I'm so...
Thank you, Toastify, for the £2.
Toastify super chatted $2.62. Rip Sonic Josh. Kuihman W.
Fucking annoyed with my I am so fucking annoyed with my mental health. You have no idea. Like, this is not, like, I don't want... Fuck, dude. Okay, it's like... Okay,
Why did you tell... Yeah, actually, wait. Toastify led Bowblax down the river on this, didn't he? We saw that DM between Toastify and Sonic Josh, where he said, what was it? Whoa, yeah, this is crazy. I can see why you want to stream this. Whoa, yeah, this is crazy, Josh. Yeah, I can see why you want to stream this.
Shouldn't even be saying any of this. Whatever. It's
Whoa.
But can't you see that, like, the gap? Like, I'm not... Nothing happened between 2020 and 2024. And then I've been trying to take a break offline.
These are terrible, terrible people, Josh. These are terrible, terrible people.
Like, I've literally got off and
you have to do something, Josh.
I don't know. I just don't know what else I can do. I'm trying to be as responsible and open as possible. Even talking with you, like, there's a bunch of other creators who just like, scream.
The fact of the matter is too is that I'm not. The fact of the matter is too, if you're like saying that like you actually have been like better, or like this hasn't happened in the time frame of 2020 to 2024. I mean, I don't have fucking examples from that because I don't fucking remember, nor was I even like around to even remember or know. But if I had to like hedge my bets going back into it, there probably is.
Bowblax posted on his private Toastify. It's like he screenshotted it on his private. That's how we all got this call. That's how I got the call, was because he posted a screenshot on his private account that had the link. He had sent you the link, and then you replied saying, "That's crazy. No wonder you want to leak this." And he screenshotted that, so we just copied the link into the browser. I don't know if he meant to leak the call, if he just didn't realize that that's what people were going to do.
There's a lot of other situations like this. Wouldn't you be willing to say?
Yeah, it was like little minor things here and there. I mean, I'm openly not like a perfect person. Like, I make mistakes, like, but I address them and try to be responsible when they happen. I just don't understand this, like, I'm not taking accountability. Because I understand, like, the extra fluff thing now, right?
Well, even saying
but
I'm not a perfect person comes across that way. You said a similar thing to the stream 4 years ago. Like, I'm not perfect. How can you expect me, like, to, like, you know?
So people comparing him to DSP, look, it's every Lolcow, okay? Look, there is no specific comparison here. He's just behaving like all of them. Okay, he's being like Boogie. He's being like DSP. He's being like Kelly Jean, okay?
I mean... what else do you want from me? Open I've already apologized. Like,
yeah, I still like what do you guys think I need? Like, what do you guys think I'm doing? Like, what do you think I should do from? If you were me, what would you do? Like, I don't.
If I were you, what would you do?
Like right
I would
now.
just say ultra.
Oh, wait, 1 minute. Where's Lerix's stream? Let's grab this.
Like, I'm good friends with you.
Yeah, here, look, Toastify. I don't really want to leak, but since I mentioned it to you, I don't want you to get paranoid of what was in here. And the fact Lerix basically leaked half the call secondhand anyways here. Sorry, just got around to listen to all this. And yeah, I can see why you'd want to stream this call, because it's wild. Yeah. Wait. This is public too? Really? The fuck is this? You want to chat on Chud's stream about Con or Alex tweet? Sure, give me a second on my PC. Are you sure they're baiting content and Alex just leaked your DMs? Only come on if you're 100% sure you want to have his chat publicly, because I had no clue they were going to do that. But I don't know, man. Normally I would, and it's easily explained, but I'm not 100% myself mentally ATM still. I'll hop on for a bit, though. Link me. I was all about Con, but not much about Alex. I wanted to chat with you offline, by the way. I didn't know they were going to use that comment to bring up other stuff. It feels weird saying, let's do it in private after I commented publicly, but Alex dumped all your DMs, so I kind of changed the board. I'll hop on. Okay. Okay.
Ultra think about, I guess, each public state, like ultra think from all perspectives. How is this going to be interpreted? Especially on text format on Twitter. Especially.
He acts like I set him up. I mean, did you set him up? You only set him up. Okay, I'm gonna devil's advocate. Okay, you set him up in the way that you have to know how he's gonna act. In terms of taking all of the precautions that, you know, you said, look, this is a situation, make sure you're okay, don't do this unless you're 100% sure. Yes, you did all of that, but you knew how he was going to act. Surely, right? You knew he would jump on. You know he's a total Lolcow sped. No, be serious. Well, come on, Silo. Let's hear it. DeOrio was temp checking. I feel like you must know that he's going to spaz out. You just must know that he's going to spaz out. How the fuck do I call in? Join discord.gg/Kuihman Toastify, okay? I'll drag you in. I'll give you perms for me.
Yeah. I mean, this is good advice. And this is like, let's take this out of this current like conversation or whatever to an extent. Like, dude, it's just so annoying to even have to do that, bro. Like, why? I'm like why do I even, dude? Like, it just makes me not want to tweet at all. Like, I just don't want to say anything, dude. If that one little like joke about King of Nothing is gonna be like such a fucking big issue, like I don't even want to say fucking jack shit about anyone anymore, bro. Like, this
well, it's the context they've added about everything. Like, I don't know, man. I want you to fuck.
Like, dude, he just can't take any of the heat, can he? Like, yeah, if you say some retarded shit, you're gonna get mocked for it, obviously, bro. Like, okay, we got Toastify here. How's it going?
Hello?
Hey.
Yo, can you hear me fine?
Yeah, it's all good.
So he tweeted out the fucking DMs. He didn't even tell me. You do realize, by the way, he just asked me for. I don't know. I'm not been keeping up with this shit because I'm out. He just asked me for a fucking private call to set up later about this. This fucker didn't mention anything.
He asked you for a private call tonight.
Yeah. We wanted it tonight, but I was like, I'm drunk, man. I'm not fucking doing this shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
He didn't mention this. He didn't mention any of this stuff. I didn't even know of the other tweet until fucking like I saw your tweet about it. Like his one is like talking about like a private stuff. Which, by the way, I didn't even want to be in that call. I was in a VC with someone else, and he joined, and I had two options because he hadn't even seen my rant yet. I was like, I essentially had two options. I was like, do I just leave or do I just like try and like discuss my criticisms with him? And I eventually went in the latter, which I shouldn't have done because I really just I don't know. I just feel like I really don't have any words for it, that's all.
Well, I mean, I think it's funny that you jumped on Lerix's stream and you were like, well, I don't even know if I can trust sending anything to Bowblax anymore. And then the next day he's like leaking DMs to try and, I guess, amp up this call.
I mean, I didn't expect it that quick.
Yeah, neither did Nick, I don't think. I mean, Nick just called in a minute ago and said that they were sort of waiting for him to leak this and didn't expect them to do it so quickly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess do you have questions about like why I was in fucking Bowblax's DM just being like goading him on?
I mean, you can explain it, sure. Why were you encouraging Bowblax to leak this call?
Listen, he's got to be a warrior, but you got to give him like the encouragement to get a weapon, you know?
Okay. So you were just waiting for the content, and you were like, yeah, let's fucking see it. Go Bowblax.
I was already done with Bowblax by that point.
Fair enough.
And I'm kind of done after this. I don't know. This guy is just fucking a freak.
Yeah, no shit.
I can only put it that way.
It's cute to be an autistic freak when you're like 18. It's not so cute when you're like 27. He's kind of outside his welcome, I think.
Yeah, when you're like recording calls with like I don't even know how old Lerix is, but like fucking like ages younger than he is. When you're recording calls,
literally like 7 years younger than him.
Passing it around. Yeah.
Lerix is giving him life advice in this private call. Like, listen, Bowblax, I don't think you should share this stuff publicly. It's like a 27-year-old man who's been doing this for 13 years, getting educated by fucking Lerix, who got ran off the internet for being a lolicon like a year ago. Okay. Cool. Great situation we're in here, Bobby. Great job, Josh.
I don't know. Smaggle, I think, might have met, because I talked to Smaggle and he might have messaged you something on my Instagram Wake Up. I don't know if you checked that out.
He was recommending me Instagram Wake Up, yeah.
I think it might be worth taking a look.
Okay, I've got it on the list. We'll see. All
right, no worries, man.
All right,
see ya.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Fucking succeed. I don't know if you watched my whole stream, but like my conclusion.
I already am succeeding now.
Okay, I'm just using a figure of speech of like I don't want to see Bobby like getting fucking shit on by like community members or like Alex Gekmo.
The only people shitting on me really is like Alex Gekmo, Kuihman, and you though. Well, not Alex. Well, Kuihman and you in terms of content. That's what I mean. Shouldn't include Alex Gekmo. He's not a content creator, but. Chud,
but I feel like even you not being able, like, I feel like.
Yeah, I might do that David Lucas video at some point this week.
Like, I can't really get through to you, and you can't even like acknowledge in this conversation, which is just like, I guess, like disappointing because I feel like if you can't fucking like acknowledge some of this shit, it's.
Well, what am I not acknowledging?
I just feel like you're.
But. Chud.
But I feel like even you not being able, like, I feel like.
I mean, Chud was shitting on him by this point, right? This was... What? Okay, you can say it's fair, but he was shitting on him, right? Justifiably, he was shitting on him. Because this was the night after... This would be the night after Chud's reviewed the Boo Boss argument.
Like, I can't really get through to you, and you can't even, like, acknowledge in this conversation, which is just, like, I guess, like, disappointing, because I feel like if you can't fucking, like, acknowledge some of this shit, it's
Well, what am I not acknowledging?
I just feel like you haven't been able to, like, fully understand, like, the perspective. Like, I feel like every time I bring up a good point, you say, like, that's true, and, you know, that's good advice, but also this, and that, which are going to be, like, reasons why it's gay, and I'm actually, like, I don't know if I want to do that.
So true.
Emery super chatted $1.99. Josh is smaggle but not funny.
So true. We love Josh, though. We love Josh. I feel like the Josh support stream message has gotten a bit lost over the last few hours, guys. Let's just remember that we do actually love Josh. We're here to support Josh. We support Bowblax. We're big Twitterversus fans.
Well, I'm just giving you like this isn't public. Like I was just giving you like extra explanation because it seemed like you were interested. I mean, if you don't want to hear everything and you just want me to address everything as if we're on a live stream, then I guess. Yeah, I mean, I am taking, I take responsibility, and then I'm adding extra fluff to you here too, and I guess you're annoyed by that, but it's like, that doesn't validate the explanation. Like, I am addressing everything, I'm just addressing it too much, but that doesn't mean it's not addressed. That doesn't mean I'm avoiding responsibility.
I feel like that sentence just like so clearly communicates to me that you don't get it. Is that like adding on extra explanation takes away from your initial like apology. That's what it takes away from.
I disagree. But I guess people see it that way, so I gotta keep that in mind.
I disagree.
Well, even if you
Actually, I think saying, I'm sorry, but I only did it because I had a mental breakdown actually really helps my explanation, my apology. Actually makes it like I'm taking loads of accountability. I just disagree.
It's away from your initial like apology. That's what it takes away from.
I disagree. But I guess people see it that way, so I gotta keep that in mind.
Fucking retard.
Well, even if you disagree, I'm telling you,
sorry, we love Josh.
It's in your best interest to like live on the assumption, I guess, or tweet on the assumption that that is true, because I feel like this is like the consistent thing that people are annoyed at.
Okay. I'll I'll do that.
Thank you, Bowblax.
Isn't it enough that I just really don't want you to think I did anything wrong?
Thank you. It's enough. Josh, you are enough, okay? Thank you, Bowblax.
I'm sorry.
Again,
I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I just feel like... I don't know. I just feel like you don't really get it.
I don't... Okay, so you're saying I don't get it, and then you say, like, about the fluff and the explanation, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll work on that. I
heard, Fuentes talking about John Doyle the other day, and he's saying, like, he's doing, like, the thing from The Help, going, you is kind, you is smart, you is loyal, you is special, like that thing. I thought we should do that to Josh.
I explained, like, in-depth, like, I repeated back to you.
Boom, boom, perfect. If you say, like, okay, I'll work on that, then that's perfect. That's great. You should just say that.
That's what, okay.
Is that fine? Is that, do you disagree?
Yeah, I'll work on it. I just don't understand how you're saying I'm not getting it. But that's kind of like a meta. Like, I don't get how you're
Canadian,
saying I don't get.
What?
I don't know how you can explain that, but
no, that's Jaden McNeil. Doyle is some other YouTuber.
I explained, like, in depth. Like, I repeated back to you.
Boom, boom, perfect. If you say, like, okay, I'll work on that, then that's perfect. That's great. You should just say that.
That's what. Okay.
Is that fine? Is that? Do you disagree?
Yeah, I'll work on it. I just don't understand how you're saying I'm not getting it. But
what do you mean dude, you're doing the same thing again and again. What do you mean? It's very obvious why Lerix is not getting it.
Like a meta, like, I don't get how you're saying I don't get. I don't know how you can explain that, but
like, baffling.
If I just don't get it, I guess I just don't. But I mean,
well, no, I'm just saying, like, what I just said. Like, I feel like you should just stop it by saying, like, yeah, I'm going to work better. You know what? I see your point and I see your perspective, and even though I have my own certain thoughts about these things, I understand how it could be perceived that way, and I will do my best to, like, make sure, because it's in my best interest, and also I don't want to get, like, people, like, frustrated at me to do things this way. I feel like that's perfect.
Yeah, okay. But just talking comedy, dude, it's like you.
I mean, to do things this way.
What was that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's perfect.
Yeah, okay. But just talking comedy, dude, it's like you. It's like, I love talking. I'm a YouTuber, and I talk about YouTube drama, and I go, like, super in-depth with everything, so it just feels weird to go in-depth with everybody, but, like, when it comes to myself, like, I'm just...
So there's certain times where saying more actually... Like, there's certain times where saying less actually does more. So, of course, I know you want to probably explain with, like, a lot of different situations, which you can, and that can benefit you, but when it comes to addressing something, or when people are mad at you, saying less is more, and just accepting and moving on. That's why, like, when you look back at all the apologies that are taken as good on YouTube, PewDiePie's is regarded as the best is because he just says, I'm sorry, this is inexcusable, this word is not my vocabulary, or whatever. I think he was apologizing for the N-word when he said that, and he just continued and kept going. That's why that's reviewed as such a good apology, versus all this other bullshit added in fluff. I'm bringing in my dog, I got my mansion in the background, I start breaking down in tears. That's why people call those bullshit.
Lerix is so much smarter than Bowblax, and he's not even trying to mug him, but he does. Why did he release this? Was he worried Lerix recorded it and was going to leak it? He leaked it because Lerix had already shared some details from it, I guess, on stream. So Bowblax was like, I'm just going to leak the whole thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the issue, yeah, I agree. I think a part of this is that, like, a lot of YouTubers, when they get in trouble, they use mental illness as an excuse, so...
And definitely never, I don't know what happened to that Chud stream, but never bring up your trauma or, like...
That's the one thing I regret in this whole thing, is bring that... My intention with that was to just be like...
Admit okay, so if he's gonna own it, okay, when he brought up the trauma to me, when he mentioned, because he didn't say something like childhood trauma before. He said he had a mental health issue or something. When first time he mentioned trauma was to me when he was trying to get me to stop questioning the mental breakdown. So let's see if he admits the fact that he just tried to use it as a gambit to try and scare someone off of pressing him.
Never. I don't know what happened to that Chud stream, but never bring up.
He was trying to make me look bad for pressing. He was trying to put me in a position where I would feel like I can't press any further because he's laid like this protective barrier of I possibly getting raped as a kid, right? It's like a protective barrier of possibly getting raped as a kid, or the idea of someone getting raped as a kid. That means I can't press forward.
Your trauma, or
that was
like,
that's the one thing I regret in this whole thing is Brenda. My intention with that was to just be like, this is the cutoff point. Like, let's not go further. But then it did go further, so I was like, what? I don't know.
Wait, yeah.
Was to just be like,
it.
This is the cutoff point. Like, let's not go further. But then it did go further, so I was like, what? I don't know.
Yeah, well, crazy how it doesn't work. Almost like he just admitted to being a manipulative little sniveling freak. That he just trauma dumped to try and avoid getting pressed. He just admitted it. He won't call it manipulative, but that is what he did. Okay, cool.
Of course, it's fucking Kuihman. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with Kuihman. The only time I talked with him was in that Chugga Conroy debate we had. And I know he's friends with Chud. And people talk kind of positively about him. I thought he was normal, but apparently, like, I watched a stream after, and he's like, Bowblax shouldn't have even been in this community. He's too retarded. I'm like, wait, this is the people endorsed? Like, I don't know. I felt a little blindsided by that.
Wait.
Well, I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with Quinn. The only time I talked with him was in that Chugga Conroy debate we had. And I know he's friends with Chud. And people talk kind of positively about him. I thought he was normal, but apparently, like, I watched a stream after, and he's like, Bowblax shouldn't have even been in this community. He's too retarded. I'm like,
I didn't say in the community. I said no one should take this guy's opinion seriously. I'm talking about audiences, Bowblax. I don't care. Dude, I'm content creator, to be fair, but it's not only about... I'm not in this community, okay? I'm not in your gay little commentary community. I don't do that shit, okay? I'm specifically antagonistic towards all of you for a very good reason. Same with other communities, because I don't want to I'll be at the fucking whims of some gay little pre-existing community that limits what I can and can't say because half my viewers might leave if I have the wrong fucking take. Because that's fucking gay, okay? Very deliberately antagonistic, Bobby. Unlike you cocksucking loser. Bobby, okay? No one's talking about kicking you out of a community. I don't give a... No one was ever saying that. Not on my stream.
People talk kind of positively about him. I thought he was normal, but apparently, like, I watched a stream after, and he's like,
sorry, we love Josh.
Shouldn't have even been in this community. He's too retarded.
We love Josh. Sorry, we love Josh. We love Josh.
People endorsed.
We love Josh.
Like, I don't know. I felt a little blindsided by that. Also, by the way, I feel like this is important context. Nick asked me to come on the stream. I didn't even know they were streaming.
So here's where the DMs come in. Okay. Nick asked me to come on the stream. They are baiting. So he says, do you want to? He says, are you sure? They are baiting content. And Alex just leaked your DMs. I understand. Okay. I think Nick knew how Bowblax was going to act. And did set him up. He was, they're saying it. They're saying Bowblax is a warrior. You just got to give him a weapon. Okay, that's what they're all saying.
Ujero Hanmar super chatted $2. Osama bin Bowblax did 9/11. Never forget.
Thank you for the $2. So they want to push him out. Well, not push him out, but push him out into the firing line. They clearly do. They want to give him a little nudge and make him go fight. That's obviously happening. However, for Bobby to act like, oh, I just got baited onto this stream. No. In these messages, Nick is being incredibly clear with you. You do not get baited.
This is the people endorsed. Like, I don't know. I felt a little blindsided by that. Also, by the way, I feel like this is important context. Nick asked me to come on the stream. I didn't even know they were streaming. So, like, you can see in the VOD, like, he messaged me about it, and then when we came in with that call, we were mid-talking. We were only talking for, like, 2 seconds before Chud came in. It was literally, like, a group call created with him, Chud, and me at the same time, and I just answered before Chud did by a couple seconds. Yeah. So it's like, I wasn't, like, begging to come on the stream or trying to address it. I didn't even see the Alex Gekmo leaks. Well, I knew what I said, but I didn't know how much was leaked in the stream. I was, like, brought on, like, 5 minutes after I found out Nick was even mad about the King of Nothing thing. So I felt, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. But that was a mistake. Going on that was a mistake for sure. But
yeah, I get what you're saying. And overall, it's like a conclusion. Like, it's cringe to say, but, like, don't want to burn any bridges. Genuinely, though. And I personally, like, I get what you're saying, and I understand why you want to give further explanation and to explain people your intentions, because you just want to make sure that people know that you're not coming from a malicious place. I completely get that. But I know other people, and they don't want to hear that, and they won't give you, like, that same amount of, I guess, charitability as we're, like, seeing, charity. And they just want to, like, shit on you.
It's just
so that's why I feel like it's just important.
Is that a fool's rip?
I personally, like, I get what you're saying, and I understand why you want to give further explanation and to explain people your intentions, because you just want to make sure that people know that you're not coming from a malicious place.
I don't think so.
I completely get that. But I know other people,
just a half,
and they don't want to hear that, and they won't give you, like, that same amount of, I guess, charitability as we're, like, seeing, and they just want to, like, shit on you. So that's why I feel like it's just important to mention, because I like, understand what you're saying and what you mean.
Well,
and
now
I
you
like,
do. I mean, you were calling me manipulative in the stream. So
you are.
Like,
yes, I do think that certain things you were doing were manipulative. I still agree with that, but it doesn't change what I've been saying.
Well, you said
his
that
brain's broken. No, he got broken.
I think that certain things you were doing were manipulative. I still agree with that, but it doesn't change what I've been saying.
Well, you said that I wanted to bring up an explanation to make sure people knew I wasn't manipulative, but you think I'm manipulative, so clearly, and you're saying that explanation is too much, but you still think I'm manipulative, so clearly I did need to make an explanation. Sorry, no, wait, I'm getting the explanation and fluff confused. Or, no, wait, no, I'm not.
Yes, these are two different things. But, hey, man, I feel like we've covered it. Do you feel that
retarded. Way? I'm so retarded.
Do you think I'm an evil, manipulative person with bad intentions?
No, I don't think so. And that's why I wanted to do this, like, private calls. Like, general public, retarded, Brad Taste. Like, I wouldn't do a private call with them or whatever the fuck. And, you know, it's not like I'm trying to, like, posture and say, like, I'm good friends with you or whatever. But I do like being friendly with you. And I want to be able to hopefully talk to you and give you an understanding, I hope, of, like, why the recent shit is happening.
Well, yeah, it's just that, like, so you don't think I'm an evil person. I'm glad you said that, but, like, that's what I thought.
Imagine the $100 smile on the estate agent's face when Josh showed up. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, dude. That's... Oh, finally get rid of this train next to the... Finally get rid of this house next to the train tracks. Let's fucking go. Sonic t-shirt, pulled up. Sonic t-shirt, unwashed. Fucking burger stains dead. Sonic backpack, Sonic plush backpack, Tails backpack. Okay. Oh man, you can imagine it.
In the stream to an extent, even though you were saying, like, oh, I want to be cool with Bowblax, I hope he doesn't unfollow or whatever, because it's like, you're calling me manipulative. That, like, to me, calling me manipulative or a liar is like calling me, like, is like
up in a Tesla
is like pretty bad. It's like, it's basically like as bad as he can be without, like, breaking the law, I suppose. Like, I don't know. I just felt like,
I feel like someone can engage in manipulative tactics, but not be like a horrible, manipulative, malicious, evil.
I think we just have. I think it just. Well, yeah, it's just that, like, So you don't think I'm an evil I'm glad you said that, but, like, that's what I thought in the stream to an extent, even though you were saying, like, oh, I want to be cool with Bowblax, I hope he doesn't unfollow or whatever, because it's like, you're calling me manipulative. That, like, to me, calling me manipulative or a liar is like calling me, like, is pretty bad. It's basically, like, as bad as he can be without, like, breaking the law,
He's
I
such a
suppose.
pussy, man. Bro, what? It's as bad as it can be without breaking the law. What?
Like, I don't know. I just felt like...
I feel like someone can engage in manipulative tactics, but not be like a horrible, manipulative, malicious, evil.
I think we just have... I think it just comes to a perspective on, like, the weight of what that label entails. It's like each of us in our own heads.
I look at it as like a debate tactic. Like if you're in a fucking conversation with someone and you're just having a conversation, trying to like get an own and get and win. Like you're being like manipulative with the way that you're having this conversation right now. Do I think that you're a horrible person, or does that discredit like everything else you've said or had a debate tactic or had debates beforehand? No, but
do you think I was intentionally being manipulative with Nick or accidentally through my?
I don't know. I guess.
It's like, yeah, okay, that makes me feel bad because it's like the stream was. It was
Dude,
8 hours.
What did I say? It's the same thing. These autists hate when you call them malicious or imply they're malicious. They get super hung up on it.
Hours into a stream at 3 a.m. and also a month later I was blindsided. And also, if you look at it an hour like prior, there is like the fucking like you'll see like Nick trying to like tease it like a nuke or whatever.
Bowblax.
Like, yeah, but you know, whatever.
Bowblax.
Yep.
You just did it. 3 a.m. middle of the night.
Yeah, but I'm talking to you in private. I'm not talking to a public audience.
Yeah, but Lerix don't want to hear it either, bro. This guy don't want to hear it either.
It was 8 hours into a stream at 3 a.m. and also a month later I was blindsided. And also, if you look at it an hour like prior, there is.
I'm sorry, but 8 hours into my stream, like I might be getting a little bit tired, but I don't start, you know, fucking rambling about how nothing I've ever done was my fault. And saying, you know, all those people I copyright struck, it was just because I was high. It was just because I was stoned. I was having a MLTD. Like, that doesn't happen to everyone, Josh. It's just you. It's just you because it's a character flaw. It's not a thing about being 8 hours into a stream. It's you being like a kind of a shitty retard, right?
Like the fucking like. You'll see, like, Nick trying to, like, tease it, like a nuke or whatever. And
Bowblax.
Like, yeah, but, you know, whatever.
Bowblax.
Yep.
You just did it. 3 a.m., middle of the night.
Yeah, but I'm talking to you in private.
Awesome.
I'm not talking to a public audience. I was just adding a little bit of explanation before I end the sorry, I mean, my bad.
No, I get what you're trying to do, but I think even, like, in private with, I guess, me, I think it's better to practice this type of thing. And I don't want to come across as like gay and condescending, like, because that's so fucking annoying. But I think it's better to like.
No, you are being condescending, and you should be condescending. This guy is a fucking 27-year-old retard who is taking life advice from you. You should be condescending. The fuck?
Practice that because it's probably going to be a pretty hard adjustment because it sounds like it's just the way your speech pattern is. And like your communication pattern.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was one more thing I really wanted to say, but it's like kind of in the like excuse-ish category. It's not something I'd say publicly.
Let's hear it, Bowblax.
What was it? It's like
let's hear it, Bowblax.
In relation
What's the new excuse?
Something about the. Oh yeah. It's about Edwin. So I did a whole retrospective on the Let Me Speak thing like 2 years ago. And I explained like over-explained my thoughts, whatever. It's full of excuses. You can watch it if you want, whatever. But I did it with Edwin, and Edwin was agreeing with me the whole time. Then I saw Edwin in your chat agreeing with you, even though it counteracts exactly what he was saying to me in call.
Well, I mean, okay, that could totally be legitimate though, because if he's agreeing with Lerix that you were being manipulative, he could think that it kind of worked on him, that you acting like a pathetic retard made him feel bad for you. And he started going, oh, it's like, yeah, Bowblax, you didn't do anything wrong. Also, could just be that Edwin is a two-faced snake. That could also be equally true. I don't really have an investment in that. But I'm just saying the fact that Edwin is now disagreeing with him, that doesn't really show anything.
Stream 2 years ago. So Edwin's a little snake. He'll flip-flop whenever. So, yeah.
I don't think anyone cares about
say,
Edwin.
Yeah,
no one gives a fuck about Edwin.
Dude, fuck Edwin, man. What a fucking piece of shit.
Nobody gives a fuck about
He's
Edwin.
kind of retarded.
Nobody cares about Edwin, bro.
Okay, well.
Blood is not relevant.
Your stream, there was fun
Blood gets no viewers.
Parts to it. I mean, you're a good streamer, so. But the whole, I just didn't like the coverage of, let me speak stuff. But, again, it wasn't like a full video. I'd be mad at you if it was like a full edited video and you said some of the stuff you said, but like you were only just
You don't see what I'm uploading right now, dude.
Well, if it's an edited...
I'm joking.
Yeah,
Dude, Lerix got him so bad. He was like shitting himself.
You were like essentially reacting to the
God.
drawing for the first time again, kind of because it's been so long through like, you know, that video, and you weren't doing in-depth research. So it's like, you know, it's just a stream, so I'm not like too pressed. The Throb and Horsecock thing, I'm glad you started bringing that up though. That was so funny. That is actually the closest I ever came to like intentionally like manufacturing a drama, because like me and Augie did that stream. Augie and me, or Augie did reacting to me and in the chat and everything. It was so. That was kind of like set up to an extent, but it was so fucking funny, and it started the tipster lore, and oh my god, the Throb and Horsecock stuff's great. So I'm glad you were covering a bit of that, but yeah.
I hope you take care of yourself, man.
Yeah.
From the sounds of things are pretty rough.
Wait, the meme. Where's the meme? The phrase was said. The phrase was spoken. Where's the image? Where is it? Hoping Bowblax takes care of himself. Let's go. Take care of yourself, Bobby. Let's fucking go.
What is this?
Wait, wrong one.
But I want to see Bowblax thrive and succeed and win. You know?
Yeah, for sure. All right.
This is psychotic. What do you mean?
Okay. Thanks for the call, bro.
If there's anything, you could just reach out. All right, see you, man.
All right.
Wow. We got to the end. We got there. Whew. Time for a brief chill, okay? Before we go and look at what else is going on to do with this. Like, we need to just chill, okay?